Good evening, my sparklers. Come on in, come on in, come on this thankful, thoughtful, and thrilling Thursday. Welcome, welcome, sparklers. Yes, it's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. Please feel free to like this video and share with your friends because it's always a good time over here at the Green Eye Sparkle Baby, the show. It's always a good time. So come on in, come on in. Tell your friends, tell your cousins, tell your employee friends too. Green Eye Sparkle Baby, the show. It is here. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. How you all doing today? I know I had a blast today. I've done a full marathon. Once again, I don't travel 2 counties, came back to get ready for the show. All right now. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Yeah, made me a little fruit punch while I'm waiting for everybody to come on in. Come on in. Oh, it don't got a little watered down. Yeah, just a little. Y'all know I love ocean spray. Got a little ocean spray pineapple. Got a little ocean spray. I lied. I got a little ocean spray mango. And yes, I do. I have a little ocean spray watermelon. I knew it was one of them, watermelon or pineapple, but it's the watermelon and the ocean spray mango. Got a little good flavor. Mm-hmm. Got a good little flavor. My ice started melting in it, but that's all right. That's okay. It's good. Yes. We getting ready to get started. I'm just waiting for the sparklers to come on in. Come on in. You guys can say hello once you enter. You can go ahead in the chat. You could just give a shout out. Where you coming in from. Are you in Florida? Are you in a different state? Y'all can give yourselves a shout out who you're representing on this thankful, thoughtful, and thrilling Thursday. That is all right with me. Yes, yes. How y'all like my thumbnail? I had to give a shout out to the Gators. I got to give props now. I got to give props. I had to do my little thumbnail, giving that salute to the Gators. Yes, they did that. They did that. Yes, yes. Otherwise, if they weren't in it and it had been my Bulls, now it would have been a different story. But I'm going to show some love today. I'm showing some love today for the Florida Gators. That was the only Florida team from the state of Florida representing us. So shout out to I'm gonna get into that a little later. I don't want to talk about it yet, but I'm gonna get into it later. All right now. Now listen. How many of you did your vision board check-in? How many of you touched and agreed and affirmed with your vision board? You know what's interesting? I was on Instagram and Al Reynolds' feed popped up, and Al Reynolds talked about how he has, he manifested something for himself, and it came full circle, and that if you have vision boards or you have like visions of what affirming where you want to go and something that you want to do, and he asked us a question, and I don't want to say the question because I didn't write it down, so I don't want to misconstrue Al Reynolds' words, but I like what he said about manifesting and do you have vision boards? And me, I had to respond because yes, I do have a vision board. I've been doing vision boards for a long time. I've been doing vision boards now. I believe it's been over 30 something years that I have done. Yes, it's over 30 years now that I've done a vision board. So I am all about the vision board. Okay. All right now, but put action. I'm going to say this though. Put action behind the work and what your dream is and what you're aspiring to do. Now, you can't sit now with your hands like this in your lap and think that you're going to have something amazing. You come on now, you got to put the work in also. I was reading, I'm still reading it. I'm on chapter 7. I'm on chapter 7 now. Who better than you? Will Packer's New York best-selling book, that book is the truth because it talks about putting in the action, putting in the work. Don't sit and talk about, oh, what you want to do. Oh, I wish I could. And you do nothing about it. You got to keep climbing. You got to keep climbing. If you see yourself doing something that you aspire to be or to do, guess what? You can't sit there and just say, oh, I'm a wave a magic wand. No, you got to put a little action behind that because see, faith without work is dead. So listen, that vision board, if you're touching and agreeing and affirming, put a little action behind it. Now, put a little action because I got to give a shout out to Will Packer and his book. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. And he talks about in chapter 6 about keep on climbing, adapt, keep climbing, keep moving. If you see yourself in a different spot, then you got to put some action behind it. All right. Okay, now that's my little vision board motivation today. You know, you put your work in. You got to put the work in. Now, I was watching, I believe that was the Today Show. And the Today Show had this specialist on. And this specialist was talking about, journaling. And when she was talking, I said, woo, journaling? That's what I talk about on my show because that's what I do. I do it every day. Yes, I do. Got up this morning, and this morning I had to say, I'm an amazing person with extraordinary dreams. Great things are coming my way. After I said that, then I went into my creed that I believe in. I am somebody. I am a winner. Oh, yes, I did. But it was interesting how she started talking about journaling and writing things down. And for people with anxiety, this is a very good tool for people who are just anxious about things. Write it down and write down, okay, if you're writing it down, what is it? And then start twisting positivity around it. If you know something's coming, state it. But then you might want to add a little something to it. What are you going to do about it to change it? What are you going to do about to fix it? What are some options for you? But get your thoughts down, though. Get it out of here. Get it down on paper. Because if you continue to perseverate and you get into an anxious state of mind, that could spiral into more and more things, such as depression. You might be, your mind has wandered off so deeply, you can't bring yourself up out of it. You don't want that, anybody. Nobody wants that. And April is Mental Awareness Month. So I'm just sharing. I journal. I just love journaling. I've always been a writer. That's how I get my thoughts out, is I write. Once I write, I feel like it's a decompressing action happening, and I feel good after I write and after I finish my journal. Because, by the way, I love closing out my journals with hashtags. So it may say hashtag, faith, hashtag believe, hashtag superstar. I always have little hashtags at the end of my journaling because I feel like that just closes it out. That just seals the deal on journaling. So just sharing with you. If you never tried journaling, try it. If you've never been a writer, try it. Just put 1 or 2 words in. You might just start off on, like, tomorrow is Friday. I like to call Friday Fantastic Friday. But if you're new at it, you might say, if you don't say fantastic, maybe it's a fabulous Friday for you. Whatever the case may be, you put down what your Friday saying is going to be. And if all you say is good morning in the journal, well, guess what? It's a start. You can say good morning, right? On your fabulous Friday, your fantastic Friday, your frills and frenzy Friday, whatever you say, but make an effort and put a step forward into making an effort to start journaling. I tell you, I live by it. It works for me, and I think it's pretty awesome. I think it's a wonderful thing. Now, I got to give some spotlights, some shout outs on my little spotlight corner, because let me tell you guys, sparklers, listen, this weekend, starting from Thursday all the way to Sunday, was just nothing but a vibe in Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay rolled out the red carpet. pit. I mean, everybody who came in to see the Final Four, to see these young women come in with grit and with pause to just really bring it on home. Yeah, you did. I mean, it was a treat. It definitely was a treat. I had the best time. Shout out to the final two women who landed in the championship game: South Carolina Gamecocks and the Yukon Huskies. And these were two awesome teams, but at the end of the day, you're gonna have one champion. Congratulations to Yukon Huskies. Congratulations to the coach. Coach's name is Gino. Congratulations to Gino. Arimi, Arima. Now, you all know sometimes I butcher these names now. And I'm looking at it, I'm trying to break it down. And I've heard his name mentioned a few times. So I'm going to call him Gino Arima. So I apologize. So those of you who know the coach's name and know how to say it, you might break it down in the chat for me phonetically, because I don't remember. But I shout out to Don Staley, because Don Staley, you had those girls poised and ready. They, I feel like they didn't even waver. They gave it their all. It's just that there's got to be one champion. And that champion they pulled it out, is Yukon Huskies. Now on to the men, because see, then the men started playing. The men played, and they tried to do a little something on Saturday. That's when they had all they folks, and then the championship on Monday. Oh yes. Let me tell you, that game was a nail biter. I was going from one end of the court to the next end of the court to watch this side of the court, to watch that side of the court, because every time there was a swoosh in the basket, the other team answered back. I have to give it to them. Shout out to the Florida Gators. The Florida Gators pulled that thing. I'm telling you, I was just like elated when they got that shot in, because it was going back and forth, back and forth. At one point, Houston even pulled out a lead a little bit. They had a little lead on us, but the Gators came back and brought it on home. Yes, they did. They brought the championship trophy, the NCAA, back to Florida. Yeah, shout out to the coach. Todd Golden is the coach, 39 years old. I think he's the youngest coach, I believe, at this point that has won a championship. Kelvin Sampson, the coach for Houston, because, I believe he would have been the oldest, and Todd Golden was the youngest. So, and there was a difference. One coach, Kelvin Sampson, is 69 and Todd Golden is 39. So I thought that was pretty cool. That was pretty neat. Yeah, so shout out to the champions, both of the ladies and also with the Gators. Now listen, when I tell you that there were all kinds of events I attended, that was it also went on Amazon Live as well. I attended the C-Suite Bowlers. It did not disappoint. Shout out to the ESPN correspondents, because they rocked that show. You hear me? It was live, and to start out, we had drinks, we had food, we had an overflow of food, overflow of drinks, whatever. I mean, it was just a nice setting, a nice vibe. You had the DJ putting you in the mood. So when you come into the podcast, you loosen up, and you ready to enjoy the awesome podcast. Shout out to Elle, Drea, and of course, Miss Chenny, because Miss Chenny, you held that thing down. You interviewed everyone. I mean, you went through nonstop, and it was a long stretch, but listen, Chenny, you got that thing done. What an amazing job, ladies. And then you turn around and you are ready on Sunday to host that championship game. I tell you what, it didn't get better than that. It was so wonderful seeing that awesome women empowerment. The interviews that they did, they were all women. Yes, WNBA. I mean, they were coming through. Shout out to Angel Reese, Chelsea Gray, wow, Jewel Lloyd. And the list it goes on. I think I've missed two people, but listen, when I tell you they had some motivating, inspirational things to say and share with the audience, they even had audience participation. They passed the mic and ask questions, or the audience could ask questions of the panel. Everything flowed beautifully. I had to spotlight the C-suite ballers. That was my first time experiencing anything of that nature. And let me tell you, I was very impressed. I took a lot of takeaways back, just even from the style, just from the elements of the podcast environment. It was awesome. So I don't know how long it's going to be on Amazon Live, but if it's still there, guys, check it out. It was called C-Suite Ballers. What an awesome event. What an awesome event. What an awesome event. Now let's see what's going on in the trending of the news. What's going on now? Now listen, I'm not going to get into it now with all this stuff about these tariffs and this, that, and the other. And then the China, he jacked them up over the 25%. We're not going to get into all of that. All I can say is, let's just keep it positive. Let's just keep it motivating. Let's just keep it inspirational. I'm not getting into all of that now. I'm not going to do that. Nope. We got to keep it moving forward. We got to stay positive. But I'm not going to get into all of that. But just let's stay afloat. Let's stay positive. Let's keep ourselves motivated. Okay. Let's keep ourselves motivated. Positivity. Let's bring positive energy around where we are at this time. I just like to have a great time. I like to, I would like to bring a great show, but I know it's trendy, so I just want to do a little spotlight on it. I didn't want to do a whole lot on it, but just want to do a little bit on it. Okay. Now, Kandi Burruss and Todd Tucker. If you all haven't heard by now, they've got a winner chicken dinner on their hands on Broadway. Oh, yes, they do. They have the Broadway show. They have Othello. Yes, they do. Kandi Burruss and Todd Tucker has grossed now within the first 7 days of opening on their Broadway show, Othello. They have grossed $2.8 million. That is pretty awesome. So shout out to Todd Tucker and Kandi Burruss, because that is pretty impressive. One of the biggest stars on their Broadway show, Othello. Now you know they had to bring that heat. Denzel Washington. Yes, he is one of the stars of Othello. It's in New York, so if you happen to be in New York and you want to see a Broadway show, go ahead on and check out Othello, because I'm sure it's going to be a great show. I would love to see it myself. You all know what? I got to tell you a little secret. I've never been to New York, and I have never seen a Broadway show. So maybe out here in YouTube land, maybe somebody will just share that opportunity. They might get me a flight and get me 2 tickets to New York so I can see a Broadway show. I would love that. Oh, yes. So guess what? I just put it out there in the atmosphere. I manifested. I'm getting me some Broadway show tickets, and I'm also going to have me some free tickets, first class, on my way to New York. That's what I'm manifesting right now in the atmosphere. Okay. So I put it out there. See, that was my action. Remember, I just told you guys, faith without works is dead. So I got faith that I'm gonna have them tickets for the show. I'm gonna have my first class tickets to New York. Okay. Now I worry about my hotel now, unless I'm gonna be blessed. You know what? You have not, cause you ask not. Let me go ahead on and throw the hotel in there too. Yes, I want look here. I want the Broadway tickets. I want the plane tickets, and I want the hotel tickets too. I'm going to go ahead on and put the whole thing out there in the universe. Okay. You have not, cause you asked not. Now, moving right along, sparklers. Now, if there's anything you want to add or say, go ahead and put it in the chat. Go ahead and put it in the chat. Anything you want to add? I shout out to my sparklers because I surely appreciate you. Yes, yes. You can go on my Facebook also. You can give stars on Facebook now to support my YouTube as well. Yes, like I said, you have not because you ask not. So I'm telling you now, you can hop on my Facebook. It is Carissa. And you can go ahead and hit that follow button. And hey, if you want to give a star, feel free to do so. Now, guess what, y'all? I'm so happy to get to this part. Yesterday, I showed you guys yesterday. Now was day 13. Today is day 14. I know you all see what I see. Let me see if I can turn that way you can see it a little better. I know you all see what I see. Y'all see that? Yes. I got some fully grown baby plants that have sprouted. They have sprouted. They have sprouted. Yes, they did. Now, for a learning corner activity, I thought this would be pretty cool to share. Let's say it was a family affair, right? Everybody wanted to be a part of the planting of the bell peppers, okay? You planted the seeds, right? They have now germinated, and you have baby plants. Guess what you can do? You can start measuring your plant. You could take a ruler and every other day, go ahead and start a little, like a scientific log. See how from day 1 to day 3, how much it has grown. Measure the height. That could be a fun science, a quick science activity where the whole family can participate and be a part of it. So I just wanted to share that little learning nugget about what you can do once you see that your seeds have germinated and then they sprout and then you start seeing baby plants like you see. Y'all see, I've got red peppers, I got yellow peppers, I've got green peppers too. All right here in my little garden box. I am so excited. Yes, I know they probably need a little water. They're looking a little dry. They might be a little parched. They need a little water. So I'm going to water them after the show because I noticed it has like a slightly little dry texture. So I definitely want to make sure that I add a little moisture to the soil. I'm going to add a little water. I'm going to add a little water. Yes. So this is day 14 of my bell peppers. I can't wait to continue to see them grow beyond measure and see what we get. I'm really excited. I'm really going to show off that final product. Yes, I am. Now, wow, I did a whole lot of talking. And I'm coming to the close of my show. I'm trying to think what else. Did I tell you all? I think I told you about. No, no, I didn't, because I wasn't even on. I got another swag bag, y'all. I got a swag bag from Shea Moisture. I didn't bring it out today, but let me tell you, they gave us a nice little leather travel bag, swag bag. And I didn't even know it until I looked at it this morning because I couldn't remember what they put in the swag bag. I'm sorry. I'm telling the truth. I'm just being honest. I zoomed in and got a closer look, everybody. It was Shea Moisture Black Soap Body Wash. Now, I already had the bar. I had the Shea Moisture Bar Soap. Now, I have the body wash. Ooh. Whew, I know I'm going to smell real nice, real nice. That's like that black ice, baby. It's a calm, cooling aromatherapy like smell to it. And when you smell it, you get your whole life together. It just wakes you up. It just gets your attention. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. So I just want to give a shout out to Shea Moisture, Dove, Degree, Nissan, Belvita, Capital One. I don't want to miss anybody because let me tell you, they really treated us like royalty this weekend. They had so many different goodies for us. Powerade, Coca-Cola, Home Depot. Oh my gosh, the list just goes on and on. And I just want to give everybody a shout out because those companies really allowed that week this weekend, this Final Four, to be a huge success. Oh, shout out! I'll be remiss if I didn't say shout out. Glorilla got on that stage at the Curtis Hickson Park. Glorilla showed up and showed out. That it was packed. Oh, that concert was swole, as the kids say. It was swole. People everywhere. People everywhere. So shout out. I'm sure everybody who attended. I'm sure that you enjoyed it. Got your whole life. Let it cook. That Let It Cook. Yeah, I like that song now. I like that song. I might not know all of them, but I like that Let It Cook now. Yes, I do. Well, on that note, my sparklers, I want to also mention, don't forget to catch the Lily and Riri show following my wonderful Green Eye Sparkle Baby, the show. They'll be on at 8 p.m. tonight. So don't forget, tune in on their YouTube channel, the Lily and Riri show, because they have a new episode as well. That's all I have for you today, my sparklers. This is episode 11. Woo! And I'm going to keep showing up. I'm going to keep showing up. Take care of yourselves. Remember, positive thoughts drives a positive vision, and your results will be a positive thing. Until next Thursday. All right. Sparkle a little green around. Sparkle a little green. Green is always healthy for you. Bye.